Let me do this. Let me get lip filler. This is probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Do you not ever get filler or anything like that? I'm so against it because this is the result of me having to dissolve my lips after getting filler, and I'm actually really scared. And when they tell you don't get lip fillers, believe them. Every time I sleep on this side of my face, the lip filler migrates all the way over there, and every morning I be having to go like this, go like this, go like this. It's time to take these out. It's time to take them out for real.
You guys, I just got lip filler.
Wait. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It looks fine.
And like,
it looks fine, babe.
There was a time when lip fillers felt harmless, just a tiny tweak, a confident boost, something you could do between errands and still post about the same day. But now, women who once proudly showed off their filler journeys are dissolving their lips, crying in their cars and warning others not to make the same mistake. Take a look.
So I went to go get my lips done and something bad happened.
Jessica got her lip fillers from a doctor who was doing a giveaway on their social media.
it's literally gotten bigger by the second. This really sucks because I want my lips done so bad.
It turns out that the doctor had hit an artery, which is what caused the immense swelling.
By the time I got to my car, I realized how swollen they were. It was not normal. I went back up there and so he prescribed me a steroid and I went home and I took it. It just was getting worse.
Girls, hear me out, please. If you're thinking of getting your lips done, please do not do it. Look at this. Then can go wrong, then you have to dissolve it. So this is what happens when you dissolve them. It's not worth it. Don't do it.
Tell us a little bit how you got in this mess.
I went for a facial. At the end of the facial, the lady handed me a mirror and she tried to sell me the filler. Like, have you noticed your upper lip is so thin? And I said, sure.
Did it look like a clear substance or more of a milky substance?
Milky.
Clear silicone.
Clear silicone, okay.
So what happened?
Immediately, I noticed the filler was coming above the lip.
So it was migrating up there.
My face looked so bad.
Okay, that is crazy. It's a mistake. It's a freak.
Are you able to actually close your mouth? Partly. Jonathan has what we call lip incompetence, which means he can't close his lip to a perfect seal. That means he already has too much filler in his lip.
Watching this, I just keep thinking how fast things can go wrong. Jessica literally goes in for a simple lip filler and ends up with swelling because an artery got hit. Then she's taking steroids and it just keeps getting worse. You can hear the panic in her voice. And the part about dissolving them, that alone says it all. If you have to dissolve something immediately, something went really wrong. Then the second story hits different. Imagine going in for a facial and being convinced to get something else that turns out not so good. And what's even worse is this is only the beginning, because for some women, it didn't just become regret, it became something painful.
I feel like I have to do this video because I did a video about my filler journey and it went flawlessly. And then after 6 weeks, I knew, I had heard that if you get filler and you get sick, like a flu or a cold, your filler could swell up. Obviously, to this extent, no, I was not aware that it could swell up to this extent. I think I'm one of the rare people where it swells up to this extent, but the pain, it's very rare that like if I'm sick or stuff I'll just start crying. I've spent half the night crying, and then when I look at myself and I start crying more, and then I'm drowning myself in painkillers. I've got to take steroids today and I don't even know how it's gonna work, and I'm yeah.
I really contemplated making this video because my healing is not finished. But if you're trying to get lip filler, don't fucking do it. I literally want to cry. I hate this shit. Please do not touch y'all's face. Do not. You are perfectly fine the way you are. I promise you're gonna regret it, bitch. I don't know what I'm more mad about. The fact that I wasted my money, or the fact that my lips are botched and I I don't know which one's pissing me off more right now.
Hi, this is your sign to not get lip filler. You want to see what happens? I'll show you. This is what happens. It migrates underneath and you will feel like you have marbles in your mouth. Do you see this? I can't make this shit up. I cannot make this shit up. Do you see this? Disgusting. Have a nice day. Oh my god, it's so bad. Do you see the gap? Oh my god. Look, I understand why people would think I use straws because of that big old gap. I never did. I didn't use it for the first like 2 months. I think I rarely ever drink from a straw ever. I went to a reputable source. I did my research. I did all of that. I mean, I went to someone, my friend has the most amazing lips and she went there. It's just like, it really sucks that mine turned out this way. I don't know why. People were so quick to like come and point fingers at me, telling me like I'm using a straw. Someone even said like I was puckering my lips too much. I didn't do either of those, swear. I genuinely just wanted to like come on here and like share my experience, and now people are telling me they look awful. I'm like, yes, I know, thank you.
The first woman explains that her filler journey didn't go wrong immediately. At first, everything looked fine. Then something shifted. She went through swelling so intense, she had to go back to the injector immediately. She was given medication, steroids, reassurance that it would settle. But instead of getting better, it got worse. And that's the part that really hits. Because most people think cosmetic procedures are predictable. You pay, you get results, you move on. But her experience turns into something completely different. Something uncertain, something emotional. She talks about crying at night, looking at her face and crying again. Not just because of how it looks, but because of what it feels like to lose control over your own appearance. And that's when the story shifts again, because the physical side is only part of it. Now we need to talk about what happens when filler starts moving.
You know what? I'm not even going to hate on her because a lot of people that have migrated lip filler don't even know they have migrated lip filler and refuse to believe it. But I will tell you this, that is definitely not going to work. Once you've gone through lip filler migration or have had overfilled lips, it unfortunately destroys the natural anatomy of the lips where it doesn't hold in filler as good as it used to. So the only way to resolve this issue is by dissolving everything, only if a dissolvable filler was used, and then re-injecting it to make it look a lot more natural.
This is Bertha. She's 25 years old, or young, I should say, and she had her lip fillers dissolved and ended up having a major allergic reaction. At first, she just thought it looked normal. That was part of the process until people started commenting on her videos and telling her that she needs to call a doctor. She had an ambulance come out and treat her right away to bring the swelling down.
Filler migration is one of those things people don't fully understand until they see it. You saw the woman explain how her filler moves above her lip line, and the result is that overfilled, slightly blurred lip shape that people now instantly recognize online. But the most disturbing descriptions aren't visual, they're physical. One woman says it feels like marbles in her lips. Some women talk about constantly being aware of it, like she can physically feel something sitting there that shouldn't be there. And that's the part that changes how you think about it, because this stops about being cosmetic and starts becoming sensory. You're not just seeing it anymore, you're feeling it, and in some cases, it goes even further. Some women mention difficulty closing their lips properly, or feeling like their mouth doesn't trust naturally anymore. And once you hear that, you start to realize something important. This isn't just about beauty standards anymore, it's about anatomy. And the question becomes, how does it even reach this point? And the answer starts way earlier than the procedure itself.
I'm telling you something, the devil make work for blood clot idle hands, because I had no business touching these lips to look like Daffy Duck. I had no business. Look how pretty my lips are. One day I woke up and I was like, my lips look too thin. They're a bit small. Let me do something to them. And I put 2 mil of filler in my lip when I have no business of doing so. Like, I've dissolved my filler completely. I have no filler in it. And look how my lip them look without filler. You know, let me just pinch myself, come too enough.
Don't come at me for this, okay? Don't. Because I'm not a hater of women. I think people should be able to do whatever they want to. I'm not a hater of cosmetic surgery, but I think whatever lip filler epidemic we're in right now, it's gotta end. Girls who don't even need lip filler be getting lip filler. Not that anyone needs it per se, but you know, the point is to make your lips, you know, bigger if they're really small. right? So why do girls that have naturally plump lips, like why are they getting lip filler? I miss when people had unique faces. Everybody having filler is giving them all that same side profile, and you can tell immediately. Like when somebody has lip filler, I look at them and like immediately I'm like, yeah, you have lip filler. I just think it looks really weird. I just think it's sad that everybody feels that they need it. I just think it's sad that it's become so popular and normalized, and I don't like it. I don't like it.
One woman explains she didn't even go for lip filler originally. She went in for a facial, but by the end of it, someone was pointing at her lips and telling her upper lip was too thin. And that moment matters more than it seems, because insecurity wasn't something she walked in with. It was introduced, and once it's introduced, it doesn't disappear easily. It stays in your mind, and social media reinforces it everywhere you go. Same lips, same pout, same filtered beauty everywhere you scroll. And slowly, what used to feel normal starts to feel like it needs improvement. But what nobody really prepares you for is what happens years later.
Miss Kylie Jenner's recent appearance at Paris Fashion Week has had everybody talking about filler. And if you have had filler or if you're thinking about getting filler, then here are 3 things that I absolutely need you to know, and it might change your mind. Number 1, filler may last way longer than you think. This is an MRI scan of somebody who has had lots of filler over the years. You can see the red areas are basically all the areas where they've had filler, and studies have shown that some filler can last for 12 years after it's injected. That is insane. Number 2, if you don't like your filler, getting it dissolved is not as straightforward as you think. This is hyaluronidase, which is the enzyme that breaks down filler. It has no way of being able to differentiate the filler from your body's own hyaluronic acid, so it just dissolves it all. Dissolving it could lead to bumpiness, which looks like this, and it can take months for your body's own hyaluronic acid levels to return to what they were before you had the hyaluronidase. Number 3, filler can lead to swelling and to puffiness. Filler is made out of hyaluronic acid, which is a humectant, so it literally draws water to the area where it's injected. And that's one of the reasons why filler can end up looking quite puffy in some people, especially if too much filler has been injected or if it's not been injected properly. And if you are somebody that already gets really puffy under eyes when you wake up first thing in the morning, then it may not necessarily be the best idea for you.
Hey guys, Dr. Dari Hamra here. Here to my right, you see beautiful Lisa Rinna from Housewives of Beverly Hills. You know, as you can see, she has a natural beauty. Her facial contours are beautiful, beautiful smile, beautiful teeth, beautiful lips. And as we get older, I think too many, and we see celebrities that could afford any plastic surgeon, they kind of fall into the trap, what's called perception drift, where they try to avoid surgery and they do fillers and Botox and overfill and overtox. And the result is this, okay? She really doesn't look herself anymore. And you can even see her cheeks are overfilled, like this pillow face, lips are way too big, nothing looks natural. Even her facial animation is not natural. Her smile, if you look at her lower lip, you know, when she smiles, kind of her lower lip pulls up, and that's a sign of over Botoxification or whatever you want to call it. And her upper lip is way larger than her lower lips, and her cheeks are just plastic looking, and when she smiles they barely move, and it's just huge like a pumpkin. And you compare them, you know, obviously she doesn't look like anything she used to look.
Doctors are now openly talking about something called filler face or pillow face. And it's not just about lips. It's about accumulation, cheeks, jawlines, lips, under eyes, slowly building over time. And one of the most surprising points is that filler doesn't disappear as quickly as people think. In some cases, it can remain in the face for years, even for a decade in certain documented cases. That completely changes the idea that this is temporary. Then there's dissolving, which people assume is simple, like pressing undo, but it's not. The enzyme used doesn't only target filler, it can also affect the body's natural hyaluronic acid, which means reversing it can sometimes leave an even texture or changes in the skin itself. And this is where something called perception drift comes in. You slowly adapt to small changes over time until your new face starts feeling normal and your old face starts feeling unfamiliar. And that's how the cycle begins. More filler, more correction, more adjustment, until the original face disappears in your own perception. And that leads directly into something bigger.
So I wanted to talk about how having big lips is now a more recent phenomenon of a standard of beauty. Because I was reminded that when I was younger, I hated my big lips. I always thought they were too fat, and I would always pucker my lips in. And even when I could start wearing makeup, I actually would put concealer over the lip line to make them look smaller. And now we have this recent wave and this recent phenomenon of people getting lip fillers and how big lips is the trend. And I swear to God, I think it's the Kardashians that made this a trend. And forgive me if I'm saying this wrong. Please, Black women, please correct me if I'm not saying this right or if there's a different terminology. But it's this bringing in Afrocentric qualities into like a very predominant Caucasian or Eurocentric quality that is like now the trend, especially in the West Coast. So you can see here, when I was growing up, these were like the supermodels, right? The Cindy Crawfords, Linda Evangelista, Kate Moss, and you know, they had like nice lips, but they weren't big. And now like big lips are just, they're getting out of control. As you can see with Kylie Jenner and just with a lot of Instagram models, but literally go anywhere in LA and you'll know what I mean. And like Black women naturally have very beautiful big lips. They look amazing on them, but it's now like a lot of Caucasian women are incorporating this trend. Now on the West Coast, it's like having a big butt, which is kind of an Afrocentric, right, trend that Black women would embody. I don't only see this in like standard of beauty with Black women, but also now the fox eye is such a trend, which is a predominantly Asian characteristic. So I just find it really interesting how we went from a very, very Caucasian standard of beauty to now bringing in more ethnic features like the fox eye, the big lips, the big butt. But the thing is, it's that standard of feature has to still be on a white woman. Like the Asian girl cannot still have the Asian eyes. It doesn't count. Like it has to be like the white girl who has the Asian-esque eyes and the big lips and the big butts for it to now be the standard of beauty.
Looking at these like big influencers, celebrities, people who you really look up to when you're a bit younger and you don't really understand the real world, like it does make it harder for you to think, because you do think it's all just like surgery or like filler or things like that. You don't realise it's not actually real, and some people might get roped into thinking like, oh well, she looks like that, so maybe if I get lip filler I'm gonna look like that, when actually it's Hollywood for face art. You're not gonna look like that with filler.
Women are being unknowingly maimed, and they're not even given the information to make proper decisions about their body.
Beauty standards are not stable. They shift constantly. One era prefers thin lips, another prefers full lips. And one woman even admits she used to be insecure about naturally full lips until they became trendy years later. That contradiction says everything. A feature doesn't change. Society's perception of it does. And that's the trap, because once beauty becomes trend-based, you are always chasing something that keeps moving. And now that cycle is faster than ever because of social media. But something new is happening. The backlash is starting.
Someone has to say it. Ladies! That lip filler is not cute at all. We can tell you got your lips done from time you're looking like this. Why do you get lip filler to take videos like this?
Can we stay home tonight?
Like, make it make sense. It's not cute. If anything, it's just dark. Could you really think it can bring you from a 6 to a 10, but it's turning you from a 10 to a 6? Because we can tell it's a fake. Your top lip's looking all heavy. Why is your top lip hanging more than your bottom one? Ask this around. Ask this around. It's disgusting. Oh, somebody had to say it. It don't make you look cute. Don't make you look pretty. You need to stop that. Really, you think it's adding up, but it just don't make sense. Please, ladies, stop with the lip filler.
Chicks with lip fillers are the ones that need to hear this right now. Guys, none of us want that. So if you're getting it, don't tell yourself it's for us, it's for you or for other women.
All right, I got a serious question for all the girls out there, the young ladies out there in their teens, 20s, and 30s. Why are you getting lip filler? First off, when you get the lip filler, I'm telling you right now, you age yourself 10 years. The reason why old women get it is because they're trying to keep up with you. If you're in your 20s and 30s and you're getting lip filler, you need to stop because it's aging you. I'm telling you right now. And if you're in your teens and your parents are letting you get lip filler, they need to get their heads examined. Number two is the people that do get the lip filler, they don't even need it. Their before and after pictures, their lips were totally fine. Now you've just overdone it and you look like Daffy Duck. You're walking around, doesn't look good. Stop it. Number three, you got to keep getting it done. Every 6 months you got to go and you have to keep injecting this crap into your face. It's not a one-time fix, like a nose job. And the final and most important part, the women that are injecting you in your lips, They have no idea how the facial anatomy operates. Not one idea, one clue. They take a weekend course and they change their Instagram bio to lip injector queen. I'm telling you, you need to take your face a little bit more seriously. You only get one. You do not want to be messing this up. That's why you see women with lumps all over their face, because they're not injected properly and the filler moves and travels throughout the face and it causes damage that could last years. So ladies, if you're young, you don't need filler. You look fantastic the way you are. Please, so help me God, if you're gonna do it, wait until you're in your 60s or 70s. I guarantee you by then there's gonna be better technology and you're gonna thank me.
Now, people are openly criticizing lip filler culture. Some say it looks obvious. Some say it ages women. Some say it creates a uniform look where everyone starts to look the same. And while the tone can be harsh, the concern underneath is growing because more people are starting to notice the same pattern: overfilled lips, frozen expressions, similar faces everywhere. At the same time, professionals are warning about unqualified injectors entering the industry with minimal training. And one point that stands out is simple but important. Look at the injector's face, because their idea of beauty becomes your outcome. And if their standard is extreme, your result often follows that same direction. And that brings everything full circle.
My name is Dr. Zain. I'm a cosmetic doctor based in London. If your injector looks like this, run away from them. This is because this is what they deem to be beautiful, and clearly it is not. I always say, look at the face of the injector. They've had procedures done themselves. They've had procedures that they think looks good on them. Therefore, their idea of beauty may be warped. If they have a face like this, which is clearly overfilled, in other words, chipmunk cheeks, the lips are overfilled, they may do this to you. So be super careful in terms of picking the right injector. Go to someone who produces natural results that are not so obvious, because this is clearly overfilled and very fake looking. And sadly, it's not beautiful.
At the end of all this, it's not really about lip filler anymore. It's about how quickly something becomes normal online, how easily insecurity is created, and how many people only realize the cost after the damage is already done. And now, for the first time, we are seeing the reversal in real time. Women dissolving fillers, admitting regret, trying to go back to faces they were once told weren't enough. And maybe the hardest question in all this is not whether lip filler is right or wrong, but how many of these women were already beautiful before anything ever told them otherwise.
What the? Wow. That's some lips.
If you made it this far, I appreciate you watching. This story really shows how quickly things can go from a simple beauty decision to something people end up regretting. Let me know what you think in the comments. I want to hear your perspective on this. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. And if you want to check out the creators featured in today's video, their handles are in the description box below. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.